Your salad, sit that on top. We'll finish it off with some toasted peanuts. Peanuts in. And then from there, sprinkle. And then finally, take that. Just finish it with a little tablespoon of that sauce. And
Welcome back to the Cuatro Cero show. I'm your host, Danny Keynes, and I am here with my boy.
Tone Rock's in the house.
Tone Rock in the casa.
Keep it rocking, baby.
Keep it rocking, man. Tone Rock, how you feeling, buddy?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, bro.
Man, welcome. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
It's 8 o'clock here, 8:10 actually. We started a little bit late. But wherever you're at, man, hopefully you're watching, you're in bed like you're supposed to, or in the other side, you're waking up and drinking some coffee.
Just waiting for the Cuatro Cero to come on.
Yeah, you know, show the empty chair. There is an empty chair right there. The Holy Ghost.
Not for long.
No, the Holy Ghost is there. That's
He's
what.
there
That's
right
what. Yeah.
He's warming it up.
It's warming it up, man. How you feeling, buddy? Man, it's good, man.
Man, I'm blessed, bro. Had a awesome weekend. You know what I mean? Friday night with the youth. Saturday we were able to go and visit some friends. You know, it was their grandson's birthday, and we did that. Sunday, awesome message at church, bro.
Yeah.
And man, last night we were on the King Cyrus show.
Man, you were.
That's a weekend.
You guys did great, man.
Thank you, bro.
If you guys don't know, the Couples Gone Bible,
Yep.
Tone and Rosa,
Yes.
Tone's Rock's wife, they went over there. Well, she is your rock as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they went over there to the King Cyrus show. And go check it out, man. It's at the King Cyrus Show episode, one of the episodes, latest episodes, every Monday live. And they were there, man, and they rocked it, man. You guys did a great job.
It's a great time. Good time.
Good testimonies, good stories. I was shocked about the dream that you had, man. That was crazy, man. And hopefully one day we can share it here.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, man. But man, wow. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, but. Want to give a shout out to my mom. She's watching right now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mother King.
Mama King.
Mama King. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Give it to her, man. She turns. I can't. You know what? I don't want to say it because I might not wake up. That's true. You know what? I thought about that right before I set the age too. Right. But she's young, man. If you see my mom, she's very young. She's very crazy. Very just fun to hang out with, man. We went to Ensenada together. Again, shout out to my tío Moise over there in Ensenada. They're watching over there. If you're over there, I'm not trying because they pay me or anything, but go check out their store. It's really cool, actually. It's called a Mini Snack Daphne's over there in Ensenada with my tío Moise over there, man. So if you're in Ensenada, go check them out. So
that's
for
the
sure.
spot right there.
Yeah. And happy birthday to everybody who in this week.
Celebrating the birthday
January.
January.
Yeah, man. It's a good month. You start out the year and especially the people that have birthdays coming up, man. And it's just, it's good. Even King Cyrus had a birthday.
My sister's birthday is going to be today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
On the 18th.
On the 18th. Yeah. Wow, man. Wow.
And then Rosa's mom's birthday is coming up. And January is a busy month for birthdays.
January is a busy month, but also on the Cuatro Cero show, we also are busy.
All the time.
Yo, if you didn't know, and last week we announced this, we are partnering up with SoCal Revival Fest. Woo! Yo, man, that's going to be big. We're going to be in the back interviewing some of the artists that are going to be lined up, like Miles Minnick, Brian Trejo, Mission, Lyrical Levi. Of course, Lyrical Levi, we had him here on the show a lot of times. But we're going to have him over there as well, man, live over there at the SoCal Revival Fest.
I'm excited.
Also, Avanza Network's going to be the one producing the network. I mean, you're going to see
filming over there.
Streaming it through the Avanza Network. Wow, that's big things happening,
awesome,
man.
We promised them some big announcements. That was one of them. That was one of them.
Yeah, man, and the podcast is going to be over there. Yeah, and also, if you guys don't know, we're also going to be giving away 2 VIP tickets to the SoCal Revival Fest. Man. So tune into our you gotta I tell people all the time, you gotta follow the Cuatro Cero show. We're gonna be announcing these things on the Cuatro Cero show, and make sure that you follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're gonna let you know how you can win these 2 tickets for free. 2 tickets, man.
2 tickets, 2 VIP tickets.
VIP tickets, bro.
Up front, right in front of the stage. Man, you can't get any better than that.
You're gonna be closer to your artist, man. If you want to meet Miles Minnick, right there, man. Right there, that's gonna be your chance, bro. So really cool things, man, happening right here in SoCal Revival Fest. And of course, man, we got some new stuff. I mean, do you want to talk about some stuff happening? What's going on with the Couples Gone Bible?
Well, let's see. Couples Gone Bible. We just had an awesome. Well, we've had some awesome guests, right?
Yeah.
We did have King Cyrus and his wife Keisha. They were our first guests on there for the year. Obviously, that was episode 3, and then we had a brother and sister from church, Joe and Yvette Gomez.
Yeah,
we're going to be interviewing Alex X, DJ X316, and Queen Jean.
Yeah,
that's this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday.
Woo!
Yeah,
that's going to be hot. And then we got some other people lined up that you may or may not know, but we'll make those announcements next week.
Yeah, man. It's just a lot. Again, you got to tune into Avanza Network. Go subscribe. Go follow them. Also follow the Cuatro Cero show because we're going to be announcing these big stuff happening.
And we got a couple of other shows that are in Spanish as well. So we got Sister Carmen Garcia.
Yeah.
And then we also have DJ Manny. He's back. And he's here, and he's
Welcome
doing his
back.
show. Welcome back, DJ
Manny.
Yeah, and he had an awesome. Check out his.
He's an awesome.
Check out
dude
his show from earlier, man.
With much money.
What was old boy's name? The one that he was interviewing.
Samuel Tejada.
There you go. Check out that brother, bro.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
If you tune into the DJ Manny episode which was aired today live, you can check out the testimony of Samuel, and it was good, man. It was touching. I didn't even know that we had somebody who was near to win American Idol.
Wow.
And he was here in our studio today. So wow, a lot of people sometimes just come in, man. So. And talking about people that come in,
yes,
we have somebody big coming in today.
We have a very special guest.
I've heard of this cat many times, man, throughout my career, my music. I've risen, a good friend of mine, he's talked about this guy. DJ Alex has talked about this guy.
Yep, that's how I met him.
So really blessed. I've heard his music, and it's really good, man. And I just got a little bit of talk with him a little bit. He got some stuff happening, and let's bring him in. It's my boy, DB Reborn. Yo!
Come on down. There it is.
Yo, DB Reborn.
My brother.
Yeah. Yo, buddy.
Welcome, my brother.
Welcome to the Cuatro, buddy.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Our pleasure, bro. Our pleasure. There you go. Put your headsets on.
Hey.
Adjust your mic, and let's get ready to
Let's
get into this.
Let's
jump
roll,
right in.
man.
Let's jump right in.
Yo, DB Reborn, welcome to the Cuatro. First of all, man, so what is DB Reborn like? What does it mean? How did that come about?
Okay, so they used to call me. I was a secular artist for many years in the industry.
Get closer to the mic, buddy.
I was a secular artist.
There you go.
I was a secular artist for many years, from 2006 to about 2018. They used to call me Danny Boy. That was my name growing up in the streets anyway, so that's what they call me. Eventually, after a while, a friend of mine talked to me. He's like, you know what? Get rid of the boy, and you ain't a boy no more. And just change the name, you know.
You're a man.
Yeah, exactly,
man
basically. And I was like, I thought about it, and it's like, yeah, you know what? He's right. Too many Danny boys, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ended up going with DB, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the Lord later on, it changed to DB Reborn now.
Now, talking about that you came to the Lord, tell us that story. How did you get saved?
Share your testimony with us, brother.
You really want me to share it? Because it's a long one, but I'll try to keep it short.
Keep it short.
Try
Yeah.
to give us the short version.
Okay. Well, first of all, it all starts back to when I'm 5, because this is how like the chain reaction happened. So basically, my mom and my dad were together. My father ended up going to prison and doing a 8-year stretch straight. He got 16 years or something like that, but did 8 years. So during that time, my mom ended up leaving him because she was gonna wait around for that long.
Right.
And so we moved away. We lived in Highland Park at the time.
Okay.
And my dad's from that area. So he's a gang member. My grandfather was a gang member, so I come from that, you know, that
lifestyle.
Yeah. And so basically, we moved away. We ended up moving to a family member's house. Long story short, I was about 5-6 years old at this time, and ended up getting molested by one of my cousins.
Yeah.
And so that kind of like affected me, you know. And I didn't tell nobody, because I was just like, I didn't know how to go about saying anything. I was just kind of scared.
People didn't talk about that.
Yeah, and I was just like, what am I gonna, you know? I was ashamed, you know.
Right.
And so anyways, what ended up happening, I also walked in on my mom. My mom was already going through it because of my dad. So she was going through some emotions up and down because of him, you know. She was really in love with him. And I ended up walking on her, trying to commit suicide. She cut her wrist. And luckily I was able to, you know, find her, and then we ended up calling the ambulance, and she lived through it, thank God. You know, so with that has already like a lot of trauma there just already, you know what I mean?
Age,
yeah, so then a few months or a year maybe passes, she ends up meeting this new guy who ended up becoming my stepdad. And at that time, I ended up calling him the stepdad from hell. We didn't get along for nothing. You know, I didn't like him, and I remember he used to always ground me and punish me and just be real strict with me for every little thing, for any little thing I did, you know what I'm saying? And it just kept building the anger up on me. Not to mention already what I had went through.
Right.
So in elementary and school, I was acting up, getting in trouble. I was bullying kids and being stupid, you know? And so by the time I hit 13 years old, me and my stepdad ended up getting in a fist fight, and my mom kicked me out the house. And she said, I had enough. You guys can't get along. You know, you got to go move with your grandmother.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you got to go. And I was like, all right, cool. Because my grandmother she was like spoil me. She'd like do everything for me. So I was cool with it. I'm good.
Yeah, you'd rather be there, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I was mad at my mom because I felt like she chose him over me. Like, you're really going to kick me out? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all good, you know, whatever. So I ended up going to my grandmother. And with my grandmother, it's like I had a lot of freedom to do basically what I wanted to do. And I grew up in the city of Almani. That's where she lived.
Okay.
And so at that age, I started hanging out with the homies on the streets. And I got introduced to methamphetamine. And I ended up trying it. Not because of the influence. I think I tried it because my stepdad would always say, like, you're not going to amount to nothing. You're going to be like your father in prison and this and that.
Yeah.
So I did it out of just despite.
Right.
You know, I'm just going to do it. And, you know, I'll prove them that I'll be bad. I'll be the bad as the bad. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. And when I did that, it was like doing that drug. It just did something to me, and it made me feel like at that time like Superman, walking down the street, like I could do anything, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up becoming addicted to it, and did it throughout high school. I have similar stories as you, and we talked about it before. So during high school, you know, well, I grew up in Monte. I didn't get from the neighborhood. They wanted me to get from the neighborhood, but I didn't get from the neighborhood because my dad's from the neighborhood in Highland Park. So out of respect for him, I didn't get into another neighborhood. And by the time I had turned 13, my dad was getting out of prison.
Right.
So he was already there and kind of guiding me and telling me, you know, what to do and be a leader, not a follower. Because when you get into these gangs, you got to follow politics and certain things that you got to do, you know. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to do my thing. So long story short, I ended up getting involved in the party crew scene. This is in the 90s, right? So there's this crew called Rebel Empire. And I ended up, you know, being that rebel scene, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we started a party crew, and ended up being about 60 of us.
Wow, that's a lot.
It was a big clique, you know what I mean? So, and I ended up being one of the main leaders of the crew. So I was the one throwing all the house parties, handling all the warehouse parties, all the all ages clubs, Sweet Sundays, like all these other places. You know what I'm saying? So doing all that, you know, combining with Rebel Familia, Doomsdays, all these, you know, different
there was
party
quite
crews.
a few back then.
Yeah, quite a Brown Authority, you know, all these different people, you know, and then, you know, a lot of the parties we did were in Almani. The neighborhood guys never really tripped on us because some of the guys that were from the crew, had family members from the hood. So it was cool, you know. But when we went to different cities, different story. We ended up getting in rumbles and, you know, stuff like that.
That was part of it.
Yeah. So, but you know, so now I'm doing, you know, all this meth. I'm sucked up, skinny, partying, drinking, with girls, the whole lifestyle, you know. By the time I hit 18, I ended up ODing off of you know, crystal meth.
Wow.
I was actually used to chill with these people that made it.
They were cooking,
and the cooking, yeah. And they ended up making a bad batch. So when you smoked it, lighted it, turned green. We used to call it the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
And when you're a drug addict, a tweaker, even though it was bad, we're like, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And it got us high, so it gets you high. You're gonna try it anyways. When you're an addict, you don't care. You just want to get high. Exactly. So I ended up hyperventilating, getting all, you know, my hands started cramping on me like arthritis in my feet. Yeah. And they ended up taking me to the hospital. I went to a Greater Monty Hospital, and then all I remember is knocking out, waking up, and that was different. That's the whole story. But came out of that, got home, and I think for a couple of days I felt like I was in acid.
Oh wow!
I was seeing things, you know, like tripping out, hallucinating. I believe it was demonic spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because even when I went in the car, my uncle picked me up in the car from there. We were going home, and in the back seat, I see just a black, like a reaper shadow in the back, and I knew he was there, but I didn't want to look back. I just like kept looking forward and just like kind of praying, you know.
I'm not trying to be funny, but because you called it Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk. At no point you saw the Incredible Hulk.
Nah. It's just because it was green, and we're like, You know, when you smoke,
yeah. I'm joking.
You know, like, so you think you're the Incredible Hulk, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's smash, you know what I mean?
That's a dangerous drug, bro. Like
it is, man.
My son was involved in that, bro, and the lifestyle and the people that are around that, and they just don't care, bro.
Yeah.
They have no love for anyone or anything, bro. They just want what they need, and they do whatever they got to do to get it.
I've not to cut your testimony short, but like I have a friend who she started doing that, and I'm gonna talk about it in a bit, but she did it to lose weight. Like that was her purpose of it.
There's
like,
a lot of people that do that.
They do it. She did it
Thinking
to lose
stop.
weight. Yeah, and now she's like losing hair. Her eyes are just weird now, and her she lost weight, but she looks like the type of weight where you're concerned, right? Like you're not healthy losing weight. You're like this type of weight where you're just, oh man, like you gotta see something. You gotta see a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, and so when you're talking about that, man, I think about my friend. So.
Yeah, it's all bad. You know, I had a lot of friends that were on it, and some passed away from it, and some went to prison because they were busting robberies and stuff just to get the money for the high. You know what I'm saying? And
my son was hooked on it, bro, and now he's doing 20 years in prison.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
My dad did 23 years in prison in and out, so I know the feeling.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's no joke, bro. It really takes over your life, man, and those around you. Yeah. It's a destroyer. So when they say the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, that's one of his methods. Is not no pun intended, but meth is death, bro. Like
where
kills.
Where did the music come in?
So with that being said, so I went through that whole ODing, right? Mm-hmm. Stop. So after that, I stopped, and I was like, you know what? I got to get my life together. Yeah. So 19 years old comes around. I ended up going to Job Corps. Yeah. Right. Went to try to get my life together. I was like, well, I didn't want to go to the one in LA, so I ended up going to the one in San Diego to get away because I didn't want to be around the homies, or have them bring me a sack and to get high, you know? Yeah. So, but it was still the wrong move because over there, the campus gives you time, like on the weekends, you could go do what you want, go visit home, and then come back, and then go off campus. We live on campus, and then come home. So on the weekends, we would go on the trolley and go straight to TJ, to the borders.
Wow.
Yeah. So. You know, like my grandma used to always say, tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are.
Right.
And so when I went to Job Corps, I still hung around the same type of people.
Just from over there.
Just going to end up, just change locations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so...
Wait, what? You can't take out the homie out of the hood?
You can take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie. You know what I'm saying?
They're still bound by that.
But I think with some tacos.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah, you get them out that,
Yeah, so over there, I didn't do drugs, but I ended up becoming an alcoholic while I was there. Yeah. Because I was drinking in the club scenes. I was never a drinker during high school. I was just always meth. And so over there, I was just there. I was there for 8 months, and I was about a month away before graduating, and I got kicked out because I got caught on campus for drinking alcohol 3 times. The third time, they said, third strike, you're out. They gave me my Greyhound ticket and said, you're going home. And I was literally a month away from graduating.
Now, during that time, because of the drinking, were you gaining weight?
Not really, because I was still young.
You're still
19,
young?
still
Burning
active.
It out.
Yeah. And you know what's, this is funny, but not funny. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this quick story. So we didn't really get paid much money. You know, they pay you every month, but not too much, just enough for your
expenses,
your deodorants and all that stuff, hygiene, And so what we do, because my family wouldn't really send me money. So what we did is go give blood. And
you had your little hustle on the side.
Yeah, bro, we would go get blood, and so that money, that night we would go party, and of course we had no blood. We get drunk fast, and you know what I'm saying? We would do that every weekend, bro. That's the trip, right?
Hey, see what I'm saying?
It's funny, but it's like,
You figured it out, right?
Yeah, we figured it out.
That's a good one.
You can still do that today. You know what I'm saying?
I get plasma.
They pay you for that.
A lot of people actually do that.
Yeah,
that's true, man. Yeah. And you were making how much donation?
I don't really remember how much they gave us, but it was enough to party because TJ wasn't that much.
Yeah, you party over there with a few
I think
bucks,
it was like $15, $10 to get in the club, and you could drink all you want. But I mean, of course, it's a little watered down. But you drink enough, you're gonna get drunk.
Yeah, you stay there long enough, you'll walk.
We're not promoting it, though.
No,
we're not.
It's part of my story.
Yeah, it's part of the story. We're not promoting that you should go to TJ for those. I know.
Revolution, by the way. And Rosarito.
Yeah.
But no, that's what we did. And then, so I come home. So now I'm all depressed and all down on myself. So now I'm drinking, and now I'm drinking, getting drunk, and then like when I would get drunk, I was like, I want to get high. So now I'm doing both. So now I got two drugs that I'm dealing with now. Two issues,
Two demons.
Two demons, exactly. So now I'm getting in trouble. I start, slanging and doing things. I got caught for that. I went to jail for that, certain things. And then by the time I hit 21, I was supposed to go to county jail for, I think it was a year for doing some things. And I had a choice. Well, basically a friend of my dad's who was a pastor came and spoke in court for me and got me into a Christian home.
Okay, the men's home.
Yeah, men's home, yeah. It was called New Jerusalem in East LA. Pastor Richard Mata passed away, rest in peace to him. I was 21 at this time. So this is when because before I grew up Catholic. So, I just didn't, how what it is, we just go through the punches,
Religious.
Didn't have a relationship with God like we're supposed to. So when I was there in the home, that's when I truly got to know God. I was there for 10 months. That was court ordered. Couldn't go. So if I messed up, I had to serve, I think it was 3 years straight or whatever, So I made sure I didn't mess up. Truly gave my life to the Lord. And even got baptized at Long Beach Ocean. Wow. Read the Bible twice while I was there because I had nothing else to do.
This is when you were 21 now.
It's 21. 21. So, now 10 months passed. It's ready for me to come out the Christian home. I was good for about a year when I got out. I was going to church, but I was only going once a week. And then I got bored, basically. That's a long story short. Got bored because I was trying to give up friends, but I was kind of like secluded.
Right.
Okay.
And when I was going to church, I wasn't fellowshipping or trying to get to know people. Isolate, exactly. Yeah. Not knowing that I should be doing this, but I'm still young too, and I'm not getting there. I wasn't grasping.
Nobody was
discipling me correctly. You know what I'm saying? And so what ended up happening, I ended up calling a couple friends and. You know what? I could go out and I'll be sober and I'll just hang out. I'm not gonna drink. Yeah. I'll be cool. I can handle it. Yeah, that's a life in the pit of hell. Yeah. So I went and ended up drinking, and then that drinking turned into a 3-day binge, and then I woke up, with the guilt, the condemnation, the shame. And the devil trying to tell me, you know what, you already messed up, you're no good, you might as well just go all out, and I let it get to me, instead of just being like, you know what, Lord, forgive me, I messed up, I fumbled the ball, I screwed up, forgive me, and I get back on track. I didn't do that. Because, now I know the word where it says, righteous man will fall 7 times, but get right back up, right?
Dust himself off, yeah.
Exactly, and went back into that. So anyways, so now what it says in the word, it says that once you know the word of God and you fall back into evil ways, you get 7 times more evil spirits than before.
Worse, yeah.
And it definitely was. I was worse. I was doing robberies. I was doing all kinds of ligs. I was doing it, hurting a lot of people during this time. Yeah. I didn't care. I was mad at the world. And by the time I hit 23, I ended up doing a liquor store robbery, and I got shot by the store owner in the neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so with that being said, they took me to the hospital. I died on the table. They revived me. I went into a coma for 3 months, and while I was in the coma, God revealed hell to me, real hell.
Showed you hell.
Some people die and say, I saw heaven, the gates, the white light.
Shine the light.
No, I saw evil. God's like, this is where what you're doing, this is where you're going to end up, right?
Wow.
And because I had God in my heart, I knew I had to ask for forgiveness, and I kept praying and praying. I was in a coma for 3 months, bro. And I even had a halo on where they put these
I seen that.
things.
I seen your picture you posted.
Yeah, so I had that on for 4 months, right? So I finally come out of it. God gave me the mercy, grace that came out of that coma. Told me I was going to serve him. And then the doctors told my family that I'll never walk or talk again. It took me 6 months to start talking and 2 years to start walking with a cane.
Wow.
But I wasn't sad. I knew, once I woke up, I was like, nah, I didn't believe what the doctor said. I had faith enough that I would talk and walk again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, got through that. And then I started thinking, well, I gotta do something with myself. I didn't graduate high school, so I went and got my high school diploma. And then I ended up going to college and becoming a drug and alcohol counselor.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, praise God.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Now, we still haven't gotten into the music yet.
So now, with that being said, so I was good for 6 years, right?
I was about to wrap it up too. No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
like, I'm done. So with that being said,
Yeah.
you know, I was going to church, you know, and then I came across a settlement.
Yeah.
Because of I won't get into how, but I came across a settlement, got a I would say $300,000 settlement.
Wow.
So of course having money, you know, but I wasn't drinking, I wasn't doing nothing, but I was going to church, but I was kind of going through the motions still.
Right.
Lukewarm, you can say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
and to me, I don't know why I kept thinking like, oh, if I'm sober and I'm not doing what I'm
good.
I'm
yeah.
good. Yeah, I kept telling myself that, you know, and
You kept lying to yourself.
yeah, lying to myself that, or the devil was lying to me, whatever you call it, you know, and it wasn't the case. So with that being said, I'm on disability and Social Security at this time, right? Because I got shot and I have the injuries, right? So once I graduated from drug and alcohol counseling, I internship at Pasadena Recovery Center. Then I was gonna work, but then I looked into all the pay and all that. It was not a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people don't do it for the money. They do it for, you know, to try to help.
It's a good cost, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just like thinking about my future. Can I buy a house with this? And can I do this and this and that? Like, you gotta.
The good cause is not gonna pay for my house.
Yeah, like, you know, like, so I started thinking like that.
I'm not
you
going to
know?
be able to support myself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able
Yeah.
to do this.
And if I did work, they would take away my medical needs because I'm on Medicare, Medi-Cal, and they take care of everything. And this job, their medical plan was not so great. And I was just like, okay, so 2006 comes around, and a friend of mine from high school, he was a rapper. And he invited me to a show in Newport.
Okay.
And I had never been to a hip-hop concert at all.
Oh, wow.
You know, we did clubs and all that, but it was deep
Yeah, it's
house,
different,
deep
yeah.
house and techno and all that, you know, not rap thing. So I was like, okay, I'll go with you, go support, you know, just go check it out, whatever. So I ended up going, and then I loved it. I was like, man, this is dope. And, you know, music has always been in me. Since I was a little kid, I was a breakdancer. So
Right.
I've always been hip hop, you know, and
Did you break dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you break dance,
I
huh?
locked, I break dance. I was graffiti artist.
Do you have
Yeah.
any like videos?
You know what, bro? We had pictures.
Okay.
But when I was young and I moved, I lost them.
Now let me ask you a question. Did you wear the suits?
Yeah.
Yeah? No way.
Yeah, bro. We had a crew, bro. We were. Hey, Baldwin Park was known for the baddest breakdancers. Bro.
Yeah, it was.
So we were on it. Yeah.
yeah.
Fancy Showtime dancers.
I remember, I think I was young and we were uncles. We were on the magazine Beach Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, so he invited me to the show, and then I was like, he tells me, well, why don't you start doing shows like this? You know how to do events and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Make some extra cash, you know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking, well, I could do this and make money under the table. I don't have to worry about my Social Security getting taken from me.
Right.
And so like,
the
you
slide,
know,
yeah.
so I was like, all right. So I ended up talking to the promoter who ended up being a girl, and because I'm good at talking with girls, that was perfect for me. And she ended up showing me the ropes and
Partnered with her.
Yeah, and ended up learning the ropes and doing it on my own, and started from underground shows and ended up just growing to where it just like I ended up working with all the mainstream artists, Bone Thugs, Too Short, Baby Bash, Kid Frost, doing all these big
DJ
events,
Quick.
DJ Quick, yeah, you name
Sugar
it.
Free.
Sugar Free, exactly. All those people, you know, I could keep on going and going. Steve LaBelle is another pioneer that I worked with in the game. Nipsey Hussle, different people. So, yeah, I did that up until 2018, you know, but I was doing those events from 2006 to 2008 sober still. I still was hanging on, but being in that's Temptation Island.
Man.
Eventually, it's
gotta
a
give
recipe
in.
for failure. You know what I'm saying? And what does the word say? What is the profit of man to gain the whole world but lose his own soul?
Yeah.
Because of money. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it says, yeah.
And I'm over here thinking that I'm providing and doing good for myself, you know, but nah. And then and without, you know, I'm gonna try to cut it short, but when 2018 starts coming around, I was already 2017. I started feeling sick in my body, I was like, from probably the drinking and the drugs, of course.
Yeah,
And,
it was affecting you.
Yeah. So 2018 comes around. I did my last video, which was called "Deliver Me," and it had a couple cuss words in it, right? But it was a song about asking God to deliver me from
I seen your video, yeah.
right. So I'm re-releasing it with a clean version now.
Okay.
That's why I'm re-releasing it, right? But I dropped it in 2018. But with that being said, you know how it says there's life or death in what you speak?
In the tongue.
I was already speaking life and asking God to deliver me. And so right after that, I ended up going to the hospital because I was feeling sick in my stomach, and I found out I had cancer. And that was the wake-up call I needed.
That was when God had your attention again.
Yeah, because I was already feeling like, Lord, I'm getting burnt out. I need you to get me out of this because I can't do it on my own.
Right.
Because I felt like I built this big old kingdom up. I had fame, fortune, like, you know.
Yeah,
and
I know that feeling.
yeah, and so I rededicated myself to the Lord. I retired from doing events. I dropped it cold turkey, but the process from 2018 to COVID, when 2020, it was a hard process. Still, like, dropping that lifestyle.
Letting it go.
Yeah,
Walking away.
yeah, and
Give it up for DBB Roaring. I know we're in time right now. We're gonna definitely got to bring you back to part 2 or something because that is a long story, buddy.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good
I
story.
should have never asked that question. I should have just gone with the music stuff first.
Yeah, I would've just-
yeah. No, I can't wait for the book. I really am gonna watch. I
do
really
wanna
read-
do- I do wanna do a movie.
The book, yeah.
Let's talk to Larry Rogers.
We have a couple of things before. I know that you're gonna drop. We can't talk about it really, but let's show the picture right now. He is dropping an album. When?
I'm hoping soon. I'm just, like I said, I started my label. I'm waiting on the paperwork to come back. As soon as my paperwork comes back under my Double-Edged Sword music label, then I'll be able to go in and drop the album.
Yo,
you know,
what's it called?
it's called Always on Time. So I prayed and asked God what I was gonna call this album. He put it in my heart that I needed to do the album, right? And it ended up being Always on Time because God's always on time.
Always
God's
on
perfect
time. Yes.
yeah.
And the name of the label is going to be called
Double-Edged Sword Music.
Double-Edged Sword Music. Look at that, man. That's a nice label. A nice logo.
Shout out to
that logo?
Angel from SoCal Revival Fest.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
made
his
that.
print, man. And I know you're working with Angel as well
Yes.
for the SoCal Revival
Yeah.
Fest. So we're definitely going to see you up there.
Yeah.
When is it?
That's June 29, 2024 at Adelanto Stadium. It's a free event. Just make sure that you guys go to SoCal revivalfest.com, get your free tickets ahead of time so that way
Register.
Register.
Pre-register, man. Yeah. But thank you again, Debo Reborn, for coming. I know your story was really good, man. And it's something that we have to talk about sometimes, and you never know who's going to hear it. So it's cool that you brought that story up, man.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, people do need to hear the story.
Yeah.
But like all those questions that you asked me to ask, like I wish I could have talked on it.
We're definitely gonna have to bring you back, but you never. What we want is different from what God wants, right? And maybe that's something that I learned. So you never know, man. Who's watching right now? So
God's plan.
You know, I always send the questions so we can kind of bounce off that, but. You telling the story, you never know who's watching, and this, God's gonna reach out to him. Yeah. So I definitely do believe that. Oh man, it always gets better, man. Always gets better, buddy.
I always look forward to our guest, bro, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like you said. Remember when I sent you the question? I said just answer them. We'll shoot them back to us. But God's plan, bro, is always what needs to be done, and it's always on time.
Always on time.
Always on time.
Bro.
And and I want to talk a little bit just to end it with this. So today I was reached out to by a sister. She is a good friend of mine, and she was telling me she's panicking because her hair fell off. She feels like it's because she's doing drugs and stuff like that. And she asked me like to pray for her, and I did. Not to brag or anything like that. I pray for her, and she said that there's times that she wants to die. She doesn't feel worthy.
She doesn't want to be
She
here.
doesn't want to go to church anymore and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, I think you need to connect with God, right? Don't worry about church. Church is not gonna go anywhere. It's still there, And a lot of times we feel like because we're so in sin and we're falling from God's grace or whatever, we can't go to church. Like, church is not the place you need to be. You need to be in the presence of God.
Yeah.
You know, get down on your knees and pray to God. Like, you need God more than ever, right? And I told her my story. You know, I used to be the same way, where if I felt like, man, I'm not going to go to church. I can't go to church. Everybody's going to look at me and be like, smell that sin or something, right?
Like they know.
But that's the thing, that church is a place where people who are in trouble and who it's a clinic for people who are sick.
Yeah,
you know,
need help.
They need help. Everybody there needs help. You know, everybody's story is so different. Everybody's there to get better and to do better and you know, and to praise God and worship all in the team. It's a team effort.
It's a part of the body.
Yeah, and you know, because you're in drugs, I'm no different. You're still my sister. In the end of the day, you can always call me, always text me, and I'm not gonna treat you any different because you're going through this struggle. More so, I will be praying for you. I did not know. I do apologize. You know, I didn't know. I didn't know, and it hurts me that you're going through it right now. But I love you, sister. I hope that, I know you say you're gonna tune in, and I'm here for you. You know, we're here for you.
Yes.
And, you know, we're going to be praying for you, and we love you. You know, and hopefully that you know, we can find some kind of place where you can go and sleep tonight. You know, not to tell your story or anything like that. I know you didn't want me to, but I felt it in my heart when DB Reborn was talking to you straight. And we're here, and I'm here, and you know, more than anything, God's here. And He's listening. All you got to do is pray to Him, and He's going to come there at the right time. I've been through it. I was homeless. I've been there. I didn't have anybody. I know how that feels to sleep at a park. I know how that feels when you don't know who to go to.
Yes.
But look at where I'm at right now. That's what I told you today. I'm not nobody big. I never do that. I never say that. But I always thank God that He was there with me in my times of need and when I was in the streets by myself, crying and under a bridge. So if God took me out from there, He would do the same with you. I was like DB Reborn, Tone Rock, my sister Rosa, anybody here in the show. We all gone through things.
All of us.
So we love you. You know, I hope to hear from you tonight. I will be praying for you. And sorry, you guys. I know I know the Cuatro Cero is a fun show, but really, I had to say this. But we'll see you next Tuesday at the same time here at the Cuatro Cero. I'm your host, Danny Keynes.
Tone Rock.
DB Reborn.
And we'll see you back here at the Cuatro Cero show. Stay blessed.
God bless.
Yes.